and today we'll be talking how to cut out a person from the background. This is what to do and not to do. Choose a picture with a colorful clothing and something that doesn't look the same from the background, because then it would be much easier to select the background from the person itself. For example, this one is all black. That means it will be much harder to select. I don't say that it will be impossible, but it is harder than, for example, this picture. Also, try to choose a photo with monotone background, which will help you to select it faster. I'll be using this photo to select this person in the middle, and I'll tell you how to deal with the water bottles that have multiple colors within them, and how to deal with hoodies that also have multiple colors within them. Totally choose a second photo that will be a background checkup. This is the background that you will be checking your work in, and it will be just like how clean it is, how cut it is. So it really help you. I chose this one. You can choose anything you want. So open this checkup background and the choice of photo you want to delete the background from. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna make a copy of the layer. See this lock, it will not allow us to make changes to that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna drag it to the circle with a plus. That means add a copy or a layer. Now we have a copy of the background that we can do all those things with. Now we're gonna pick the magic wand tool and we're gonna just select the bigger area. We're gonna press shift, so we would still add the select to the selection. If you're not gonna press shift, it's gonna just not select things that we want. I would advise to use the magical wand just on areas where it's one color, because if you're gonna use it in something like water bottle or stuff like that, it will just bug out because water bottle has a lot of colors within them. So I use it on a table right here, which is the same monotone blue color, and I use it on a background, which is grayish color. To zoom in and zoom out, I use Control plus and Control minus. Now I'm gonna go to the lasso tool. With that tool, you're gonna also click shift to add on to your selection and just draw shapes around things you want to select. Be careful though, because sometimes, for example, this happens and this piece didn't select, so be careful with that. Also be careful with the person, because you might touch the person and we don't want that while we're selecting some random things around. Make sure you have selected everything you wanted by going down and looking for some small things like those little babies right here. Try to select them too without touching the person, which is quite tricky, but try to be careful with it. Like that. When we selected it and we're happy with it, we can also check what we else can select. For example, we don't like the hair that he's having, or she, whatever the photo it is. And we're just gonna cut that hair. If it looks messy and we don't like it, we just can cut that part out and it will be a cute hair. And then we can cut some other things. So it's your choice what you want to cut. Okay, and you can draw any shape you want, like this. Now it's kind of like a bowl cut. And when we're happy with our selection, what you're just gonna do is delete it. Just delete button and it will all go away. The only thing now, how do we delete those lines around our person? Control D, and those lines disappear. So I see him, I see that he looks kind of clean, nothing stands out, and it's a weird background. So how do I check it? I take the move tool and I move that little person, see I can move it. And I just drag him to this slide and I just pop him right in. And now I can kind of zoom in and see from this background, like where did I mess up? For example, here's a small little piece and here's a small little piece. Of course, you can do that even right now and select it very small if you go very closely, and you can actually delete those pieces. So it's just a matter of time. You can waste a lot of time just doing one picture, but to look and check if everything looks fine. For example, his hair looked very spiky and now it looks very shiny and already like brushed. So all you want to delete, you can delete, and you can waste more time on it if you do want to. But if it's not necessary, and you can leave it like that, and yeah, here's your picture, and now you can add that person to any background you want. You're welcome. Hope you will use my tutorial to help you cut out pictures.